Hi everyone. So we now have a roadmap set for us by Boris Johnson showing how we're going to return to some form of normality over the next few months. This is fantastic news, and I hope that like me you felt a real surge of optimism on hearing these plans. It's wonderful that with the rollout of the vaccine and fewer COVID admissions, we really can begin to look forward to meeting up with friends and family in the future and enjoying time together. Clearly we're not out of the woods yet, and our hospitals are still very busy caring for lots of patients with COVID, and many of our colleagues are still impacted one way or the other. Nevertheless, every day things are improving and we can definitely see a light at the end of the tunnel. And with the easing of restrictions, we're now thinking about how we can best resume the activities that have been put on hold as a result of the COVID pandemic. Of course, this has to be done in a way that works for our staff after all that we've been through together. And of course, we must continue to protect our patients, maintaining our stringent focus on infection prevention and control. However, we've learned so much over the past few months, and we want to build on all this innovation going forwards so that we can develop services that are even better for our patients. I could not be more proud of all of you. And last week I was so pleased to be able to sign off a joint letter with our chairman saying a heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you for your incredible contribution throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. We couldn't be more grateful to you for such outstanding service. And as a gesture of our appreciation, we're encouraging staff to take an extra day of special paid leave as a well-being day and use that day in a way that works for you, perhaps on your birthday, to do the things that you enjoy that will allow you to rest and recuperate. It was lovely to be able to distribute this letter at this point in time as things are beginning to look better and in the week when we launched our new values. I hope that you really like the visual image of these values, which captures the spirit of our new trust so well. I was very pleased with the work done by our culture champions to listen to staff across all our sites and to feed back about the things that you said were important to you in the way you treat each other, the way you treat your patients and the way you deliver care. I'm really proud to stand up for the 6 values that we've agreed, and these will be used now over the next few years to really shape our organisation and the way we deliver our services. One of the teams that really embodies these values is our PALS or Patient Experience team, and I visited them this week to find out firsthand how COVID has impacted on them. They've played a vital part in the pandemic as they've sought to support patients and members of the public in accessing information, getting advice and generally navigating their way through the NHS at a time of major disruption. These staff are truly impressive. They're enormously dedicated, highly skilled and extremely compassionate, supporting people who are often very, very anxious and hugely distressed. And over the past few months, there have been so many questions to answer. What services are still being delivered and how do I access them? How do I stay in touch with my friend or family member now that he or she's been admitted? The PALS and Patient Experience teams have been spending a lot of time helping people to stay in touch, particularly now that we've had to restrict visiting. They're a vital link between our trust and the public, dealing with a phenomenal number of queries every day. I was so impressed hearing about the practical things that they've been doing. For example, issuing wipeable iPads to our frail elderly wards, passing on messages to patients. They've also developed some really creative ways to help people keep in touch. For example, sharing pebbles or hearts with pictures on that reinforce these connections. The team knows how very busy things are on our wards, and they've been trying hard to support their colleagues by taking the time to answer questions and queries and doing so in a way that reduces the anxiety of those who are separated from their loved ones. It's not always easy being in the middle when you're trying to connect people, particularly when the wards have been under such pressure. But our PALS team have done an amazing job and we are hugely grateful to them. Communicating with our public is really important, and there's a lot going on that we want and need to share. As our thoughts now turn to recovery, we're getting really excited again about our transformation programme and all that this will mean for patients and local people. I'm pleased that we've now launched the second in our series of publications outlining our plans for developing our sites. The latest one focuses on Poole Hospital. You can download the brochure from our website, so take a chance to have a read and share the links with others because we're keen for as many people as possible to have a look at these documents. Looking back, the past couple of months have really taken their toll on all of us as the number of patients with COVID has soared, and it'll clearly take some time for us to recover. Nevertheless, looking forwards, there really is a bright outlook, and we can allow ourselves to feel positive. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all once again for your dedicated service and to let you know how very proud I am of the Trust and all its people. Thank you for your contribution, and here's to a much brighter future.